See, this country loves a man, takes what he wants. Unless that man looks like you. Capiche? See, Johnny Society looks at me. They see a fella that's using crime to get ahead. But you, all they see is crime. And that's why you're gonna lose. Because I can take all the money and pussy I want and still run for president. But you, it's always gonna be the rope. Tell him it's time.
I'm feeling this. I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, it's pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. See, I used this clip and I talked about it previously a while ago, but I needed the clip and I'm glad I got it. So when you look at, all other groups in America, they know that. I think that sentiment still holds true to this day. And it's not just the crime part. I'm not trying to glorify criminality and crime, because if you actually watch the series, and it's based on a true story, Lloyd's character, which is Chris Rock, he came up with the idea of the credit card. And the bank froze him out, like, oh, that's a horrible idea, it's not good. Black guy goes to a white bank, and you think this is a financial instrument. Then as the business dealings are going on with his underworld criminal stuff, guess what he sees? A credit card come out. So when other groups come to this country and they say, I came here with this, or you other groups, or we've been here since this, or my family came from blah, 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 blah. This is the part of the story that they leave out when it comes to our people versus their people. That's the part of the story that they leave out, that they wholeheartedly know that in a lot of ways the fix was in. A lot of the fix was in. The fix is in, was in. Because that television show was set basically in Jim Crow. I want to say the Midwest. I want to say Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken. So when other groups go, I don't know what you're talking about, and maybe it's you, maybe it's your culture, maybe it's your people. No, maybe it's just how it goes, and how people have formed together to know, like he said, America is a crime story. It was built on criminality. So it's funny that everybody else can be criminals, and it's okay. And I think about that, this is one of the reasons I watch certain shows and I don't watch certain shows and movies. And bear with me when I say it this way. The violence you might see in The Wire, some people go, yeah, that's typical. It's da, 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 da. That's how they act. And then the violence you might see in Ozark, oh, it's just a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Oh, covered up. Hey, things happen. Lordy-do-de-do. The endings you see in The Wire, the endings you see in Ozark, completely different. And Ozark has a cast of, it's predominantly white and Hispanic. Predominantly white and Hispanic. But, same thing when you look at, I used to watch Sons of Anarchy. That was a dope show. White, Hispanic, Asian, and black. But even, but who had an issue? Everybody, when the black people took over. They didn't try to squash anybody. They didn't put a squeeze on anybody. It was like, yeah, we just taking over the head of this, and you know what I'm saying? Everything's the same. Then the Hispanic biker gang, I think it's a Mexican biker gang, they attacked them. Then the Asians, it was doing business with the Asians. and they got blamed for stuff. It was weird. But I don't think them and Asians got into it though. I don't think so. And then of course the white Sam Crow got into it with them because they just had to sabotage it from the beginning because I just couldn't see black people there. And then even at the end, I guess Jax had a moment of, man, I'm doing some sucker stuff. I don't know. But the black biker gang, he was like, look, man, bring them into Sam Crow, man. And just give them a year, though. You know, make them work for it. Give them a year of probationary and then, bring them into the fold. Because ultimately, he knew what was going on. And the reason why I bring those shows up kind of as a reference for what I'm talking about with this other stuff is at the end of the day, we got to stop treating these groups like they don't know what's up, like they don't know they're participating in this. And the beauty of this scene, in Fargo that was basically the Italian mobsters and the mob family walking into the police station, jail. And the police let them in. And the police, they called the police. Hey, we coming through. You know what I'm saying? Open a cell. We gonna talk to these suckers. Who this? Oh, this is da 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 da. Oh. You're the head of the crime family, buddy. Okay, no problem. Because that's the most important part of the scene, in my opinion. That the mobsters could walk right in the police station, right? And police like, hey, buddy, we got this. So when people talk about the unfairness of America and, in a racist background of America, I just want people to take into consideration that a lot of people in America that are not black participate and they get their bread and butter off of, and they very much so understand that they can benefit off of racism towards us. So I needed that scene to in essence to show, sometimes it's America versus Black America. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been to the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.